What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Himothy Humble Cooking. And as always, all praise, love, and glory and thanks goes to our Most High God. Because without Him, I wouldn't be where I am today. So, as always, don't thank me. Don't thank the cook. Thank God, the owner. And yeah, so I can't see myself now because of the camera angle, the camera I have. Because we finna get right back into this. Also, this is something I can react to as well. I only got 3 likes on this? That's interesting. I thought more people liked this. Oh well. People don't like to hear the truth anyway. But this is something I shared a very long time ago. Like I said, I've had like this type of mindset for a while now. Even before I became like a true follower of God. Now God has always been here with me, but I just didn't know it. This is a time before I realized that. And it says men are not intimidated by strong women. But far too many women believe that being aggressive, rude, and generally unpleasant makes them strong. No, it makes you insufferable. It's not that we can't handle you, but that we prefer not to in light of better options. So you know what, if in case you want to pause the video and read it yourself and you gotta know it by my reading, there you go. Boom. That's it on that. Here's something I want to bring up. It's a video that I really want to react to, but I'm not going to because of the woman who did it. It's probably something I don't really want to talk about her, but she says some very ignorant stuff and she kind of was preaching at the same time too. Because it was like, she was pretty much butthurt and upset that men go overseas, especially like countries like Asia, to get women. And the funny thing was, she was over there to get meat. So it's like, for one, you're doing the same thing. You're just upset that. And she had an OnlyFans. But pretty much that just what that reminds me of. Like, why stay here and deal with y'all attitudes when I can go out to Asia and deal with a woman that's just feminine? Now again, there are feminine women in America and there are combative women in Asia. But when you think of the average in America is not feminine. And the average in Southeast Asia is feminine. So, of course, there are always outliers to that. All right, now let's get into this. All right. Now we gotta skip some things because we already talked about a lot of this. A lot of this funny stuff. Yep, we already talked about all this. And, oh yeah, alright, here we go. This is the next one we on, y'all. Forget the princess treatment. This is what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about simps, bro. Right here. Remember, it's gonna keep going, y'all, and I'm on my PlayStation, so it's kind of weird. I gotta keep going back. You see, I got it on the back arrow. But yeah, forget the princess treatment. You know what? I'm gonna just do this, and y'all can just pause the video when y'all want. But since I've met this guy, I've gotten treated like I've come from heaven, nothing less, bruh. Look, my dogs don't even like this ignorant stuff. You can hear them in the background. They like, hey, shut that. Don't even read that, bro. Don't even read that out loud. But look, this is what I said. I told y'all simps will worship their women like she's a god. And that's the truth, bro. Here's the thing. People always want to talk about, it's a sin to treat women like trash. I 100% agree with that. But it's just as bad to treat them like goddesses. Because they're human just like us. They're stinks just like us. They bleed just like us, in even more ways. So, what is it about them that makes them gods? It takes a very weak, lost man to look at a woman and say that's a god. And it's nothing wrong with rubbing your woman's feet, bro. But like if I got a feminine woman and she's already doing what she can to make my life easier, bro. If I see my woman hurt and her feet hurting and she's limping and she's been working real hard, bro, I rub her feet sometimes. It ain't to simp and to prove myself like this guy's doing. It's more to, my woman has worked hard. I can help her out a little bit sometimes. Make her feel good. I mean, my presence already gonna do that, but, this is just extra. Ain't nothing wrong with rubbing her feet, but what the problem is how she's describing this. For one, a feminine woman wouldn't even have posted this to begin with. This woman is only posting this because she's trying to get, validation from other men. Like, look what I got a simp to do for me. Are y'all jealous yet? To the man that she actually want. Alright, on to the next one. Now, as always, as I'm finna start doing now, you can just pause the video if you really want to read this. Alright. This is what irritates me about this post right here. Y'all gotta stop that pick me. Will leave with a doctorate degree to lay with Ashley in the hood with 6 kids and no job. Bruh. Here's the thing, bro. This is how lost modern and American women really are, bro. Real God-fearing masculine men don't give a fuck about your degree, bruh. I don't care. I have my own money. I don't need your money, bruh. What I'm looking for in a woman is how easygoing she's gonna be, how feminine she's gonna be, if she's gonna actually be submissive naturally, or is she only submissive in bed, like the woman with the doctorate degree. And I'm not meaning by submissive, if a woman submissive, that means she never has a say-so in anything. That's not what I mean. Like, women who are submissive are naturally submissive, and they are submissive by choice, not because they're forced to be submissive. That's control. That's two completely different things, bro. But yeah, this is what I said. 100. Oh, I said 100 to my own thing. This is what I said. A pick-me is God-fearing, feminine, submissive woman that prioritizes her man and motherhood over a career. That's not anyone. That's like probably 3% of women in this country that fits that. Most women are career driven. And it says, y'all can have Miss Strong and Independent. I'll take the pick me every time. And I still stand on that. I stand on business, bro. I don't need no independent woman. Not for a relationship. I mean, for, going on a vacation. Just came from a cruise, I run into an independent woman there. That's fine. It is what it is. All right, let's go to the next one. So, if you want to pause the video, there we go. Nobody cares about a dad's mental health until his pain turns into anger. Then he's just a bad guy. I mean, I 100% agree with that. But This is what men for sure need to understand, bro. Stop letting society gaslight you into doing goofy stuff like chasing women. Because you only gonna find that when you had to chase your woman. You see this man he's going through it, bro. He's depressed. It's just a cartoon, but this is like real life. This is a real good example of how life is, how the typical married man is. Look at how ungrateful and masculine that woman looks, bro. Like that, like, look, I ain't trying to talk about anatomy right now, bro, but that face got me. Like, bro, if a woman come to me with that face, bro, I'm marshmallow. Let's just be honest. I'm describing my textures like marshmallow. There's gonna be no flow down there, bro. Get out of my face with that mean look. Like, and this is what I said to this. That's why I tell you, man, to get right with God, your own mental health, and your financial before settling down, bruh. Also, don't be a doormat to an ungrateful woman. That's what this man is. He's a doormat to an ungrateful woman. Because he should be putting her in check right now or be putting her out the house. I don't care if we got kids together, bro. If I'm working hard to provide for y'all, the last thing I want to deal with when I come home is a fucking attitude, bro. But this is what happens. Deal with women who chase you instead of chasing someone that doesn't love you. That's what a lot of men need to learn. The next one is like a video that won't load. I already looked at it, so we ain't gonna talk about that one. I can't even remember what it was. Alright. Hold on. Alright. This is someone preaching. Here's just if you want to pause it. Nothing but God can stop her. Pretty much. Since I'm masculine, this the only woman I would deal with. A feminine woman who chases. And this is pretty much like, every now and then I find posts that really be preaching, bro. And this is one. If she wants you, nothing can stop her. That's why I put nothing but God can stop her. Because I'm not finna say that. Because God, if God don't want you to be with that particular feminine woman, he will make sure it doesn't happen. But if God's okay with it, then yes, pretty much nothing is going to stop her. But here's the thing. If she doesn't, every excuse will be, if she wants you, nothing can stop her. If she doesn't, every excuse will be her weapon. Yep. Like single moms, they love using their kids as examples, as like excuses to not be able to. And now I'm not saying like, they use their kid as an excuse to not hang out. If you're legit busy and you don't have time to hang out until the weekend or a certain time, that's one thing, bro. But the issue I be having is you still know 99.999% of women know when they're going to be free. So just because she's not free for the next few days or week or even 2 weeks, that's one thing. But give me a specific date that you're free so I can make sure I'm going to be free too. And then at that time, I'll let you know if I'm going to be free or not. What I'm not finna do is be on call for you and be like, oh, you said let me know or maybe. Like if a woman says maybe or I'll let you know or I'll get my schedule and get back. Oh yeah, let me get right in line with the rest of your beta males and wait and hopefully get a call from you. Like, no, bro, my time is way too important for that. Like I could be working or doing something else for that. I'm not finna wait up until the day before. Like, oh, maybe she should be free this Saturday. Let me wait. No. If you're not free, that's one thing. But if you're not free and you really want to see me, then you would tell me when you're going to be free. Hey, I'm not going to be free this week. I got my kids, but I got a babysitter coming over next Friday and Saturday. One of those days will be good. That'll be fine with me. It don't have to be instant, but just know your schedule. If a woman really want to see you, she's going to give you a specific time she's free. But yeah, I'm not reading all that. Y'all pretty much know what it's talking about. You can just pause the video again and just read it for yourself. All right. Most women lack accountability, but y'all already know this. I'm not even finna talk about this one. I already talked about it in the last video. But in case you want to, did I talk about this one already? No, I didn't. In case you want to pause the video, that last one's right there. But, in case you want to pause the video for this one. So this one is, men who have helped me, this is what I said on Facebook when I shared this originally. So men who have helped me do better than men with strong women. This is the next post. Read this and then rewind the video back to this, and this will make more sense. It's pretty much saying studies show that men who have supportive women who go out of their way to make their life easy and peaceful, men with women like that do way better in their work stuff. Because why? They're more motivated. Not that you necessarily need a woman to do that for you, but if you're going to settle down with a woman, it's going to do you way better to have one that's peaceful enough to make your life easy and to bring. She can't become your peace, but she can add peace to your life. So if she's going to come into your life, then she needs to be able to bring peace. Okay, it's going too fast. Because there is no in between with this. Women can only do two things. They can either add to your peace if you're masculine enough to have peace before you get a woman, or they can destroy your peace. 9 times out of 10, if you're feminine enough to look at women as your peace, she's going to destroy it every time. Because a feminine woman don't want to deal with men that look at them as their peace. They want a man that already has peace before they get them. So pretty much men who have, if you're going to have a woman, if you hit the one that brings peace to your life, is going to make your job easier, because you're going to wake up every day more motivated to get out, get to work, because you had such an amazing time at home, because your woman did everything she could to make sure you were happy when you leave. And then when you get off work, you're going to be a lot more excited too than the typical, oh, happy wife, happy life, right? Simp guy, because the person that goes around saying a happy wife, happy life, right? Those guys, 9 times out of 10, they get home, they finna get cursed out about something. And it's usually something stupid too. So they don't be having a lot of motivation. They pretend like they have motivation because they're married. But oftentimes they marry super combative, argumentative women, and they come home to a woman that's arguing. So yeah, that's pretty much this. So let's go to the next one. We running up time. I'm probably gonna make a part 3 of this because this is already part 2. All right. So this is one of my. I really hate TikTok. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I tried to block this app out here. But this is what a woman said. Prank on my boyfriend flirting with another guy right in front of him. Bruh. And look at this weak simp of a man tackling this man that's talking to his girl, bruh. Bruh, okay, here's the thing. If I have a truly feminine, submissive, humble woman, the last thing she's going to be is a fighter. I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm not looking for a woman that's going to beat up, Like, even if another woman tries to argue with my woman, bro, I'm going to put myself in between her and the other woman. I'm not finna try to fight the other woman, but I'll put the other woman in check and be like, you know, look, if you got any issue with her, then you finna talk to me about this, bruh. Because my woman ain't no fighter. My woman's too feminine for that. But, if she gets super argumentative and tries to get past me anyway, then I'm gonna just grab my woman and I'm gonna exit the scene. She ain't getting past that other. If I have to shove a woman away from my woman, I will. I don't care what people say. You're not putting your hands on my woman because I got a feminine woman that's not a fighter. But here's the thing. Let that be a man. Oh, I'm throwing hands. You're not putting your hands on my woman because I got a respectful, feminine, humble, God-fearing, submissive woman. So if a man try to go, like I want to react to a video. I gotta find it, bruh, of a guy trying to, he made a Reddit post of how he could save his relationship because him and his woman was walking like on the street and she was on the phone with her dad. And the first stupid mistake he did was, I guess they were already probably in a very bad area at nighttime. And he walked ahead far enough to where he couldn't hear 3 teenage boys behind him and left his woman. And when they surrounded him, his woman, while she was on the phone with her dad, she screamed and he said he turned around and froze while they were touching on her. Literally, like pretty much it was SR or SA, you can call it that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying. And the dude, she looked at him and gave him eye contact because at this point, this is the time where, bruh, you throw hands or you flash that metal and be like, bruh, get your fucking hands off of my woman. That's one thing, bruh. Let me show y'all this in case you want to pause the video. But that's one thing. If my woman ain't doing anything and she's just walking, for one, I'm not finna walk ahead of my woman, bro. She's gonna be next to me at all times. But if I was goofy enough to do that and I turn around and some dudes are touching her, oh, bro, we're throwing hands. Now, that's one thing, but it's a whole other thing entirely if your woman is just disrespectful and flirting with other men. Like, this is weak, bro. If my woman ain't doing anything wrong and she gets SA or SR by some dudes, I'm throwing hands. But if my woman is intentionally trying to antagonize me by entertaining another guy, bro, he can have her. This is weak, bro. Why are you fighting over that? Look, I said, please don't be the guy that fight over women that don't deserve it. My woman will be single for even joking about this, bro. Like, I've talked about this before, bro. Like, if you even prank about entertaining another dude, bro, like, you gotta go. Because you still gotta have some level of comfort with this dude to even want to prank about something like that. That's just straight disrespect, bro. And instead of leaving the woman, this dude just weak and go tackle another dude. And I'm not downloading TikTok to figure out what happened. I hate that app. All right, here's the next one. Listen here, in case you want to pause the video. Now, I said very true. You can also get peace in a marriage if you actually masculine and marry a feminine woman. Now, I talked about this earlier in this picture. Bruh, if you marry a true God-fearing, submissive, feminine, virtuous woman, you're going to be her desire, and she's going to do whatever she can to make sure you're happy and motivated to go to work. And I'm talking about whatever. Like, bro, she's going to make sure you have the time of your life every time you step in this door. So, not all married men are going to have this type of life. Hold on. I'm waiting on it to go back. Not all married men are going to have this type of life. Again, this is only doormats and simps that deal with ungrateful women. But if you settle down with a feminine woman, you're not going to deal with this. And even if you do, she's going to be nagging you in a feminine way, like, babe, I need this, I need that, or You know, she's gonna be talking to you nicely, bro. She's not finna be yelling at you. And then even then, if she yeah, of course, feminine women get annoying because if you're gonna be her desire, she ain't gonna be able to keep her hands off you. And it's gonna be times you're gonna have to be like, babe, relax. I got stuff I gotta do, you know. But I'd rather deal with that than deal with this any day. Like, nobody wants to come home to deal with this, bro. Why has to look? I mean, I guess they got a 50-50 relationship going on. I don't know. But, like, bro, why is the house dirty and the kids doing this? And you got the audacity to yell at this man. Probably because he's a doormat. And look at the single life. No, I'm not saying... No, I'm perfectly fine with this. But whenever I do settle down, my life is not going to be like this. Because that's something I refuse to put up with. And here's the thing. Here's the reality and this is, a lot of women ain't gonna want to hear what I'm finna say next in the next one. Or what I already said. In most situations, the older you get, the more value a man is going to get, bro. Because think about it. When you put women in their early 20s, oftentimes it's when they're their most beautiful. It's when their clock is up at its highest. So at that point, they have the most time to, reproduce. And they're at their most beautiful. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to have a lot less bodies at a younger age than they will when they're in their late 30s, right? So this is why I say this right here. Look, I know it's the hard truth that you do that some women ain't gonna want to hear, but bro, it's the truth. What am I trying to say? Because the older a man gets, like, if he has got masculinity, that's all he needs. Because he's going to know to save money. He's going to have knowledge. He probably going to have real good knowledge in order to be masculine. And at that point, at that age, bro, you can still find higher value women. They going to line up for you. Like I said, that's why I tell men, you chase your dreams and let women chase you. Feminine women are going to chase with men like that. They like older men like that. So you're going to find, by all means, you're still going to find high value women at this age, but not them, because at this age, you done been through so much, you can't no one tell you anything. You probably got bodies in the triple digits. So you probably full of unnecessary energy. And you ain't gonna be as beautiful as you used to be. That's most, not all, but most. So at that point, it's only such a certain level of man that you can get. Now, it's some beautiful, bro. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna mess with or have fun with older women. But 9 times out of 10, I ain't finna be in a relationship with one. Because I run into some beautiful older women. Don't get me wrong. But when I'm ready to settle down, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a woman in her prime. And when is that? Early 20s. I don't care what people say about the age gap. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that that's an issue. If she's grown and she's legal, that's all that matters to me. You can be mad and hate all you want. But, I think we finna end the video right here, though, y'all. And we'll pick right back up. Y'all have a blessed night.